Wasteland is a famous fragmented poem broken into 5 sections. Part 1, The Burial of the Dead, opens April is the cruelest month. Paradoxically, life grows out of death. A speaker, Marie, tells of being surprised by the arrival of summer. The perspective shifts back to a description of decrepit plant life in this dry, hot environment. In a dialogue, someone describes being given hyacinths. Madame Sosostris, a clairvoyant, turns over a tarot card, the drowned Phoenician sailor. The speaker sees people walking in a circle, then describes a procession of people on London Bridge. The speaker asks a man a series of strange questions about a corpse planted last year in a man's garden. Will it bloom this year? In part 2, a game of chess, a woman sits on a chair that looks like a burnished throne in an ornate room. Her hair spreads out in flames, which form into words. Someone begins to talk about bad nerves. The first speaker wants to go for a walk and then play a game of chess. They are preparing for a knock upon the door. Then another conversation between the speaker and someone named Lil, whose husband Albert had been in the war, sees Lil tell the speaker that she's taken pills in order to have an abortion. The speaker gives farewells. In part 3, the fire sermon, the speaker describes a broken landscape where everyone has left, then tells of Mr. Eugenides, a fig merchant from Smyrna, who asks the speaker to lunch. Then the speaker identifies himself as Tiresias, who can see the lives of people and will await an expected guest who turns out to be a pimply agent's clerk who sexually assaults a typist. The speaker describes mandolin music. Fishermen lounge near a beautiful church along the river that gives way to a dusty urban landscape. This part ends with something like a prayer or sermon. In part 4, Death by Water, the speaker tells of Phlebas the Phoenician in this short section. And in part 5, What the Thunder Said, the speaker refers to what has come before, then wonders about a third person that walks beside you. The speaker describes the falling towers of Jerusalem, Athens, Alexandria, Vienna, London, and concludes, unreal. Then describes a woman with long hair, tumbled graves, and an empty chapel. In a chanting tone, the speaker repeats a series of fable-like verses about thunder, which leads to a sequence spoken by someone fishing, including songs, poetry in English, Italian, and French, and a chant-like closing.